Alright guys, on the last one we went ahead and we got the documentation, and we should have that now after I plug back in my Ethernet here, or I'm stuck, one or the other. Here we go. Okay, we should have that now, so let's go in and take a look at it real quick. Like I said, it'd be a good idea to save that in your in some directory that you may have made called docs or something. Okay, and we got a kernel too. So let's say first what we're going to do is I want to change my names here. These two are too similar to me, and I'm going to move boot CD easy. I'm going to move that to something else, and only because I can tab switch through it, so it's not a biggie. LFS live dot txt. Okay. You can say var. I like to read it in vi so I can search through stuff. I could probably put it through less, but I'm not doing that. Vi is R is for only read only, so you don't really want to be changing the documentation as you read it. You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll be reading it and stuff. So that's not cool. But this here is the one that we'll work out of, which actually is the boot CD easy one. Okay, this deals with the kernel configuration of the live CD that we're going to, or our host system. No, I'm sorry, our target system. This is going to be made to live CD. These are the kernel requirements that we need here. Okay, and a little bit of conventions here. It talks about linking tools if you want that. I'm not going to go over that. Okay, I'm not going to link my tools directory. This has we need to get ISO Linux. Where's it at? It's in here somewhere. But we got to get sys Linux, and we got to install it. This is going over how to install sys Linux. Alright, making a sys Linux config. There's some PowerPC stuff in here too, which we can skip over. We're not running PowerPC. Then it goes over how we need to make a directory fake need write and RAM disk. You see it up here. Okay. And those get loaded into memory at boot time. Alright, we got to move our etc var home root into fake need write, all that stuff. Now these change roots here, these change roots is what we need the other documentation for. We have to set up a proper build environment for this to go down right, and the change roots is what I'm going to use the other documentation for. There's only like maybe a few lines over there, but it deals with a nice change root over there, so I took that. And you can see here that we make nodes later on. Okay, and all that stuff. Don't pay too much mind now because we'll be running over it, no problem. And you see here we got a Linux RC file. This is the important part here, and this is what actually boots the CD. Okay, you can see it's looking for the CD by its ID, scans all our devices, all the possible devices that it could have, blah say blah. Alright, and then after that you're pretty much done sizing up the LFS to make sure it fits on the CD, and then we burn it. This is where we burn it. Okay, so that's that. That's okay, that'll work, but we have to upgrade our host kernel first, and I'm going to show you why. Because right here we had to make it intrid, okay, and on an initrid, alright, you see here that we have to mount this at this line here. It says mount o loop, right? So we had to mount the intrid in a loop, or you had to have loopback support in the kernel. Now I'm going to take this and Control A, Control A, Shift S, Tab, Control C, exit. Let me get back up here and see if I can get it back up here. I can't get it back up here. Well, I'm going to exit this documentation then. That'll work for me. Control A, X. And I'm going to show you that to check if you have loopback support first on your kernel. If you're running the same kernel as I did, you're not going to have loopback support. And that's okay, because we can change that right now. So, say exit again. We need loopback support. So if we cd into our dev folder, we can cd into the dev folder and let's say grep out something like loop. Okay. grep loop. Alright, we see there's nothing there. ls or dev folder. cd into dev and we can ls that out. See all these devices back here, okay? In newer kernels, newer systems, and newer distros, you got loopback support, like, you know, it's just a common thing. But with us, it's not so much. We can cd into boot, and we can say, actually, let me remove these 2.6 kernels. This is from an old one. So, we say ls and grep out 2.6, or 2.2 actually, and I'll put that to xargs. Good God, things are all screwed up today. Say xargs remove. Okay, so this is pretty much like all you should have, right? If you were following me, and if not, that's okay. We're going to say cat config, and let's say grep I loopback, or we'll just say loop. Okay. I don't have GPM, so I can't really highlight this, but I can clear it up to make it look a little easier. Second line here says config block dev loop not set. Okay, so we don't have loopback support. We need loopback support. So if we said something like, as for the documentation, said way down at the end, mount o loop, mount o loop something, okay, that would fail, okay, and we need that to work. So we need to upgrade our kernel. So I'll do that in the next one. We'll go over the kernel, we'll upgrade that, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so peace out.